year had cried for 4 days straight, even in her sleep. And when I say she was a level 3, what that means is she was non-verbal, non-focused. So if you pick up a grandbaby that, and then they don't look at you or acknowledge you, it's heartbreaking. Well, we got this patch on her February 10th, and she'd been crying for 4 days straight. My son called me and said, "Dad, Liliana's been crying 4 days straight in her sleep." And even in her sleep, and I broke my heart. I said, "Well, we're going to do 2 things right now. In Jesus' name, we're going to pray, God bless her. And then you're going to get this patch on her." Because I heard amazing testimony about another 3-year-old on the patch. Because back then, we really weren't thinking about putting it on young children. But I had a granddad who had a child, that friend in this, who their granddaughter was born with their brain separated down the middle from birth, but yet they could still function. Never heard of such a thing. And they also had black lesions on her brain. And she was cognitive, not fully, but pretty much so. I don't know how to better explain that. But she had these black lesions on the brain. The doctor was like, "Well, we can give her medication, but she may go blind." And the parents were beside themselves. And the granddad said, "Just put her on the patch." Because he had miraculous testimony had a phlebotomy for 30 years every month. And because his blood would turn to leukemia otherwise. And on the patch, that all came clear and never needed a phlebotomy again. Nuts. So, boom, she gets on the patch, and the lesions on the brain went away in weeks. And then her cognitive got really good. And he showed me a video of her running around, counting to 20. Sounded like a normal kid, counting her and saying her ABCs. And you would never know there's anything wrong with her. She got her life back. And so when I heard that, I said, "Put the patch on Liliana, put it on her back. She won't even know it's there." It works up to 6 inches off the body because that's what light does. So you can wear the patch swimming, showering, swimming, it doesn't matter. But if by weird chance it does come off, mine stays on when I go to CrossFit, but you can stick it on your clothing, put it in your pocket, in a bra for your woman, what have you, put it anywhere, it's still going to work. So we put on the back of Liliana. Within 5 minutes, she stopped crying. I think that was God's favor. Next day, she's at a therapist. "Hey, why is Liliana now focused? How is that?" And then her focus has only gotten better to this day. Now she looks at me, she smiles, she cognitively knows who I am. She said mom before. And so anytime we get this patch on any child on the spectrum, the first thing the parents will tell us is, "Hey, my child is not focused." Or they begin to speak, which is amazing. So, and just, I can go down the line with dementia, Parkinson's, cancer, MS, with things we've seen. Put it on your pet. And we've seen amazing things. My daughter had a beautiful lab, develop arthritis, couldn't jump on the bed. In less than a week, she would just take her patch off and put it on him. Remember, it works off the body. It was worked through the fur, put on the collar, whatever. And within a week, he's jumping back on the bed again. And he had stopped doing that. And so we've seen more. So